皆さん、こんにちは。ナミです。Hi everyone, I'm Nami. 今日は日本語のあなたについて話したいと思います。So today on this video, I like to talk about how to use you in Japanese. How do you say you in Japanese, right? So I don't know if you saw my other shorts video, but I literally counted how many you ね and I came out ねI can think of. So I kept counted and a total of 33 you. This is just by that I can think of, and it's not included the other dialects. So there are a lot of you in Japanese. Why? Right? So please keep it in mind in Japanese. English is very convenient, always you and I. That's it, right? But in Japanese, who are you talking to? Where is the location? What's going on? This depends on the situation. We change the words. This, ne? So that's why. But I don't want you to overwhelmed. This is just a different culture. And once you get used to it, and you will, it's fun to pick up those words. Hi. So, um, so there are so many of them. But, and also, I don't want you to worry about the 95% of the you and I are no longer used. Modern Japanese that we don't use those old-fashioned terms, but you may hear it because today's technology. You can watch a lot of different animes, samurai movies, old, the documentaries, the drama, and so on. You might hear it, but again, today it's contemporary Japanese. Just I can think of probably five, six. I and you, only five or six we use. So I like to talk about that. The modern Japanese daily in the daily conversation. All right. So I like to talk about this topic with four sections. The first section is Anata in written language. Second section, I like to talk as Anata in spoken language. Third section, I want to explain about old-fashioned Anata. And lastly, the fourth section is I will teach you what about 君ですね。君。はい。So, let's start it. So, what do you say in you in Japanese? If you look at the dictionary or dictionary.org, you will find some you in Japanese. Most likely, the very first one is Anata. Anata. Next one is probably Kimi. Third one, I am not sure, it depends, but Omae or Kisama, Kikor, or even Otaku. ですね。はい、オタク is yes ね。Today everybody knows as anime otaku. But actually the original meaning is you, your house. The meaning is you this actually. So anyway, so probably the most common words, anata, kimi. Yes, the frequency, the how to use, probably those two terms is more common used. So I like to more focus those two words. So the first section, I like to talk about anata in written language. Yes, written language, what does it mean? I don't blame you. So in Japanese, there are written language and spoken language. Used to be very, very different. Yes, until the World War II ended like 80 years ago. It's completely separate style. né? However, today it's a lot similar. Yes, it's been changed, and it's a lot similar, but still we do have a written language and spoken language. Don't worry that don't worry too much because pretty much 90% of Japanese is how you say it, how to write. But there is a word choices. Some words that you can Japanese use for writing, such as anata, kimi. But we don't really verbally say it. Easy way to memorize. It's if it's very dramatic and very serious, we don't really say it because Japanese are very embarrassed embarrassed to say that those dramatic word, such as like, ね、あなた、君、はい、or the 美しい、はい、the beautiful, right? It's kind of embarrassed to say like beautiful. So you can write, but how we say is 綺麗. We change it. So that's the example this. The anata in written language, right? It's the good example is the lyrics, the music. So I'm sure you've heard a lot of the music that ね、あなたは今どこにいますかみたいな。はい。Like, where are you right now? ね、君が好き。はい。So you might heard it, but okay, this is, you have to imagine, use the imagination. It's not the Japanese really verbally said directly telling someone. No, it's you wrote it down, right? And tell the message by the singing the song, right? Or the poet, writing a poet, né? And but not the verbally telling somebody the straight. Japanese really don't like to say straight. はい。indirect. Therefore, there is a written language. ね、so rule one. If you see that the movies, animes, or the maybe presentations, or like advertisement, ね, or flyers, survey, right, and music, song, those form are written form and not the specific person, right? It's not telling that person A, B talking and straight for that anata. It's a general term of anata and can be anyone, viewers, audience. ね? You might take, it's talking about me, right? Yes, and that's fine. But, for example, ね, if you're looking at the ads on Instagram, the losing weight, ね, 痩せたいあなた, ね, who the some you あなた who wants to lose weight, right? あなた you who wants to be beautiful, like that. So could be not you, but for general, right? The term of you, then you can say あなたです。And the second type ですね。Sometimes you hearですね、to specific person. Okay, if you wanna write, a boyfriend, girlfriend, text message, email, or letters. I personally like letters. I do. Believe me, the letter is really nice. Handwriting letters, personalized, right? Japanese, by the way, Japanese write the letter. I think. Personally, I like letters. So if you want to write the boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife, specific person, okay, yes, you can use anata. We never say anata, not never say, I shouldn't say that, but we really don't say anata to the person. But if you want to say it, I can't say it, but I can write. So, and then there is a kanji, here. And this one, どっちにしようかな? This one is for anata for general term, but often the male, maybe husband or boyfriend. This one is anata in for a female. こっちかな? こっちかな? はい。ね。anata. It's very thoughtful, very nice way. ですね。precious ね、person. The meaning ね。very precious women, precious men. 違う。どっちだ? Well, anyway. Yeah. So if you want to say anata to a specific person, ね, we don't say it, but yes, you can use the anata for the written form. Just to write a, ね. So the section 2 です. Then how I can tell the person, ね, you directly, or how can I say the person you in casual way? Right? The casual speaking. How can I call the person you? English is nice, very easy. You taking care of everything. ね, I and you. ね. But in Japanese, here goes, calling their name. Yay! Calling their name. This name is very important. So in Japanese, if you introduce yourself, right, then like make sure you try to memorize the name. And if you don't remember, make sure you ask again. ごめんね。名前は何ですか? ね。名前は、そうですね。名前を聞いてもいいですか? May I ask your name? Okay, one more time. 名前, your name. O, it's honorific O. Honorific O, sorry. Object mark O. I will talk about the grammar in a different, separate video, so don't worry. And object marker O. 聞いてもいいですか? May I ask? 聞く is to ask. いいですか? May I? May I ask your name? 名前を聞いてもいいですか? Okay, so that's how I ask the question. Ask your name, but the person's name. It's very important. Keep, please memorize it. Okay, so let's talk about the Japanese name now. Japanese name. Japanese don't have the middle name. Last name comes first, and the first name comes after that. So, for example, somebody's name, okay, the last name, Kamado. First name is Tanjiro. はい、Kamado Tanjiro-san ね。はい。You know that, right? Demon Slayers. はい。So, the Kamado is a last name. Tanjiro, and that's the first name. So you could say, call the person, Kamado Tanjiro, ね, san. You can call the last name and san. Kamado-san. Kamado-san. If you think that the person is older than you, you want to keep the last name and san. But if you think the person is same age, or a little younger than you, or very friendly person, then go ahead. You can say the first name and the son. Okay, first name and son. There is a kun and chan. Yeah, I will talk about it. So kun and san. So Tanjiro-san. Tanjiro-san. Okay, so Kamado-san, Tanjiro-san, or Kamado Tanjiro-san. はい。its son is very useful, ね, and easy to use. Son means, in English, Mr., Mrs., Miss, Miss, and Ms. ですね. In Japanese, we don't have those gender title differences, no masculine or feminine, so it's easy. So just the son, right after the name. And so if is the person is definitely say same age and the younger, you could say kun after the first name. Tanjiro kun. Tanjiro kun. You can say that. Tanjiro kun. And how about the girls? So his sister names Kamado Nezuko. ね、Kamado Nezuko. So Nezuko-chan. So Nezuko, if you didn't know that she is, how old she is, or she is older than you, if you think that Nezuko-chan is older than you, keep the san, Nezuko-san. Right? Nezuko-san. So whoever, Nezuko, Tanjiro is just example, right? Whoever you're talking to is you think's older than you, then and keep the polite, keep the san. You of course you can say Kamado-san, or first name in san, Nezuko-san, like that. But now if you know for sure that the Nezuko-chan is same age or younger, or very friendly, then you can call the chan. はい、Nezuko-chan. ね、はい、Nezuko-chan. あ、フラッシュバック。はい、I love Demon Slayer. はい、like that. Good. Yes, so son is very respectful form, form, just like Mr. and Mrs. Miss, Miss. But chan and kun is more friendly term. But I have to make one point. Chan and kun is not the nickname. It's not a nickname. So don't call the chan and kun to yourself. Kun and chan is just friendly, very friendly term to call someone's name. For example, so we call that 炭治郎くんね、かわいい炭治郎くんねずこちゃんかわいい right? Now, so Tanjiro's point of view, Tanjiro don't call himself his Tanjiro-kun. We don't say that, okay? Nezuko-chan call herself as Nezuko-chan, watashi, boku, or Tanjiro, ね、Nezuko. When you write can I say, write the name ですね。If you receive the name or the email, dear, なんだろう。dear 炭治郎、違うね。善逸にしようか。善逸へ、dear 善逸、で、で、from 炭治郎。炭治郎、より is from。炭治郎くんより、ブブー、炭治郎より。いいですかはい。で、ねずこ、善一さん、どうもありがとう。writing down のlittle notes. Okay? And ねずこちゃん、ブブー、ねずこです。So, ちゃんのつくん is not a nickname, so be careful. Right? Alright, then let's go to section 3. Section 3. So I will talk about old-fashioned Anata. Yes. So old-fashioned Anata, what is that? So long time ago, not today, I don't think, I wouldn't say never, but there is a husband-wife conversation. And husband call wife, omae. Hey, omae. Yes. The wife call husband, anata. Hi. You might heard it in often anime. But if you watch that older movie, Japanese older movie, you hear it. That's very common. Really standard Japanese until very recent. About this, yeah, about like 20 years ago, there's a women's movement, right, in Japan too. Yes, Japanese society was being very old-fashioned, super old-fashioned. I've heard my mother called my dad that Anata, no anymore. But old-fashioned way, it's a very common term. The wife called the husband Anata, and husband called the wife omae. ですね。omae is something different term, so I'm not gonna mention it in this video, but focus on anata. So the old-fashioned way, yes, anata is called the husband. Yes, so some of you might thought about the another term, shujin and kanai. So shujin is the another term of husband. So if you write it down, no, if you introduce your husband to your friend, oh, this is my husband, and the wife tell the friends, shujin, shujin desu, my master. He is my master. I know. That's why today we don't really say it. Some old-fashioned lady might still say it. Maybe older generation, me and older. And what a husband introduce his wife to the friend is kanai. Yes, that's old-fashioned way. Kanai, ka means house. Nai is inside. Kanai is the person stay inside. Raise the children and do the housework. Again, this is very old-fashioned. I haven't heard in younger generation husband and wife. Rather, they say otto. Okay, otto is husband. It's an equal term, then neutral. Otto and yome. Yome is the actually bride, or the tsuma ですね。tsuma is wife. That's the neutral way of husband and wife today. But again, movies, anime, there's no boundary. Timelines, it's all mixed up. Open world. So you might hear it. Just pay attention. All those, if you see that husband or wife, あなた、お前。That'd be interesting, right? All right, so next one is section 4. Section 4, the last section, I will talk about how to use kimi. Yay! Yes, finally. Thank you for waiting. So I'm going to talk about how to use kimi. Kimi is also written form, just like anata. But what is the difference between anata and kimi? Anata is a general term, and you can use for anyone. Okay, but kimi has a one rule. The person you're talking to or thinking about, okay, you are thinking about is either same age of your age or younger than you. Then you can use kimi. Yes. Right? So if you hear the kimi, you might think that those the famous movie title, Kimi no Na wa. That movie was my favorite too. That was great, right? That's a great movie. If you haven't watched the Kimi no Na wa, it's animation, you watch it. It's worth it. It's really good. The story. So, Kimi no Na wa. Again, this is written form, so we don't say Kimi, unless I'm not saying that never ever say it, unless you really have to say it, then kimi wa, you can say it's not, you know, wrong, but usually we don't say it. Call the name. We call the name. That's the rule one. If you don't know, if you have to, then yes, you can. But this Kimi no Na wa, okay, just a title of the animation. This title of the animation, and because written language often, it's really rhetoric effect, but it's very formal, ね、very more serious ですね。Dramatic term this often. So if I said 君の名は I'm embarrassed. If I have to ask somebody that what's your name again, I'm not gonna say Kimi or Anata です。お名前は名前を聞いてもいいですか That's what we gotta say. We won't say embarrassing. But when you write, you can use Kimi. Write the music. Or if you're talented, you write the music or poet. Then about your girl or boyfriend or boy, Kimi. Go ahead. You can write. 君は今何を考えているの What are you thinking right now? Yeah. ね。はい。yeah. That's great. So I hope this helped. So kimi is ね、yeah, often like boyfriend, girlfriend, or somebody's you're talking about your crush. はい。Specific person, but have to be same age or younger. And writing form does not speak to someone directly. I hope you understand I'm trying to say, and I hope this helps your understanding about you. If you have any question, please leave a comment. If any like request, ね、ナミ先生、I want to ask you about anything's fine about Japanese language, Japanese society, something, anything related with Japan. Please leave a comment. I love reading and I love to reply. Yeah, I love to connect with all of you. So I really appreciate your support. If you can give me that good button, which means a thumbs up, I appreciate it. All right, so yep. So this is it today. So I will see you the next video. どうもありがとうございました。それじゃあまた。バイ。